All right, so let's start with a big story that is coming in from the North Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, where the Art of Living founder Sri Ravishankar is currently meeting with the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath over the issue of the Ram temple in Ayodhya. Now, this meet has brought the focus back on the decades-old Babri Masjid Ram Janmabhoomi temple issue before the Supreme Court's hearing on the land dispute case in December. Now, Sri Ravishankar is meeting with the Chief Minister in Lucknow as a part of his mediation mission. The spiritual leaders' meeting with Adityanath assumes significance as it comes in the backdrop of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's statement welcoming the mediation process. Now, Sri will also be visiting Ayodhya on Thursday to hold talks with other seers on the temple issue. The spiritual leader was involved as a mediator in the temple dispute of his own land and does not and will not listen to everybody during his Ayodhya visit. Now, Yogi Adityanath, who has paid several visits to Ayodhya after taking over as the Chief Minister, has been regularly underlining the importance of the Ram temple in the last few weeks. He's also attended the celebrations in Ayodhya on the eve of Diwali, and his government's first budget allocation is 1,240 crores for the promotion of religious tourism in the state of Uttar Pradesh. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by our political affairs editor, Kartikeya Sharma. Kartikeya, this is an interesting meet that is coming in the context of what's in fact playing out in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Sri Ravishankar says that he is a mediator, while the Congress says that he's essentially just a political appointee and hasn't got any locus standi to act as a mediator. But his meeting with the UP Chief Minister in the present scenario, in the various things that have happened, the statements by Yogi Adityanath concerned, how do you read this development?
See, there have been multiple attempts being made to create a consensus. It's not as if it was not tried. Even Narasimha Rao during the tenure of Deve Gowda, even during Vajpayee's time, there were attempts to create a consensus, you know, and the thrust for the consensus gained ground after Allahabad bench of Uttar Pradesh High Court came out with a verdict which divided the land. So the basic land has already gone to the Ram Lala Virajman, which is the suit number, the title suit number 5, which says that, you know, the place where the idol has been installed will remain with the committee or the people who look after the idol there. So the position of a couple of people was that now, since broadly the contours have been defined by High Court and Supreme Court is not majorly going to shift the position,
right,
why can't we create a consensus on this issue? Problem is that the consensus means if there are 50 people, then the 50 will have to agree. The government has not, government has cannot officially try to create consensus because the matter is sub judice. Then the court will ask the government as to are they trying to create a consensus. That is why the thrust for consensus has to come from the civil society, and that's what Sri Ravishankar is trying to do. But then I don't think all the people are on the same page. Unless and until everyone is on the same page, the consensus will not work. But it is a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction, but do you feel that a consensus is even possible? Like you said, if 50 people have to agree on one thing, everyone should be on the same page. But the fact of the matter is, the Sunni board, while the Shia board, they are disputing as to who actually, in fact, initially owned that property, and likewise there are differences in the other side as well. So is a consensus really a possibility, or will there be a judicial decision over this issue? I think, you know, what is being debated is the outcome of it. Now, the decision by the courts will come. It's not as if the courts will not sit on it. The trial court has given a decision. High Court has given a decision. Supreme Court is on verge of completing the process of getting every detail, every evidence, every submission translated into English, which means once that is done, the hearings will expedite another 5 to 6 years. Now, whether a decision should result in acrimony, right, or should a decision result in a sort of create a peaceful environment, it's not as if, you know, what happened on that fateful day can be forgotten. But even violent events in country's political life can lead to peaceful settlements if communities come together. Now, that's the purpose of it. Now, this is for the political parties and the people involved to think about it in a very careful manner as to what the decision should create. Should it create more viciousness, or should it create an environment where certain vexed issues, certain emotional and religious issues should be politically settled, if not resolved?
Right, and also very, very quickly, considering the fact that Gujarat will be going to polls in the month of December, do you think this is an issue that is actually gathering steam with the political scenario in Gujarat being considered?
I don't think so. This will have a much of an impact, because when we talk about Gujarat, it's about the sort of persona of Narendra Modi and the field level work done by Amit Shah. Gujarat is, yes, Gujarat is the place from where the whole movement started. It started from Somnath. LK Advani was the face, but the organizer of that particular yatra was then Narendra Modi. One has to understand that. And Gujarat in itself is divided into multiple subsects. So I don't think that Ayodhya will have a massive impact, but Ayodhya is an issue which has resurfaced again.
Right.
It was not there after 2000. I distinctly remember Ayodhya was not an issue. It has resurfaced in popular imagination, in the political discourse, and that should be factored by everyone.
Right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Kartikeya, for joining us with your inputs. It remains to be seen in the days ahead as to how much of a traction will the Ayodhya issue have on the hearts and minds of the people in India.